Hey folks, did you check out some of that US Open? I was really cheering for Riley and Lindsey Newman. I'll tell you why in a minute. But first, congratulations to them on the silver win. And this is their signature paddles that I'm going to talk about from Selkirk. This is the Lindsey Newman paddle, which is essentially the Vanguard hybrid in the Mach 6 shape. And this is the Riley Newman signature paddle in the Mach 6 Vanguard Power, their shape. And they both picked out the colors, very pretty. Great paddles, both of these. So someone asked me to do a comparison between these two. Shout out to Ben Fry, you are a genius, man. So, essentially, I reviewed the Lindsey paddle not too long ago, just this week. To me, this is a great control paddle with some power. And someone can hit hard at you with this paddle and you could really soften it up. I mean, it's great for control. The ball sits on here for a split second, lets you redirect it and everything. And this right here, the Riley paddle, I call it a power paddle with some control. It's amazing. So both of these, despite being a control paddle, this has a lot of power. Despite being a power paddle, this has a lot of control. And also, let me tell you, sometimes on a power paddle, the ball bounces off so fast, you don't really feel the ball. But on this one, especially at dinking at the net, I really feel the ball. Despite the long handle and everything, I feel at one with the ball and I'm able to do a lot of stuff. So both these paddles are the same dimension, which I'll put into the description of the video. But if you look at them, you can see the difference in width. And you know, with this Selkirk Vanguard Hybrid, it's thicker. It does a lot of neat stuff. The technology is pretty cool. And this also being thinner, it's amazing. It cuts through the wind, has a lot of power, yet I'm still able to get a lot of good feel with this. So, all right, someone wants to know why I really think the Newmans are awesome. First of all, they're just cool people. They really are. But let's go into this real quick. So they use the two-handed. They play with a lot of two-handed moves. And sometimes, you know, it's not so much getting extra power, it's getting extra control and extra spin. And for me, let's think about their dinking, okay? They're over here on the odd side of the court, and they're just dinking it here. Most people, when they dink with a backhand, they're able to put a good backspin on it. With the Newmans, since they're doing two-handed, they're doing a topspin too. So essentially, it's almost like they're left-handed. It's like the left hand's doing the work, and the right hand's here just for support and guidance. So I'm sitting there, you know, thinking about a backspin, and all of a sudden the top spin's coming from this. And same thing with their drops too, all the way in the baseline. You know, most people cut it real good, and like the Badger. I mean, you watch David Weinbach, and he really has a huge cut. But in reality, some of that's for show, because the part that really puts the spin is just the part of the paddle at the time it touches the ball. That's all you need. And the Newmans recognize that. So using the two hand, they're manipulating the ball spin, and it's barely kissing the ball when they're doing it. There was a cool time that I saw Lindsey. She's right there at the net in a dink rally, and all of a sudden she just barely moves it the right amount, and it goes into a lob, and the folks don't even see it coming. I mean, just great stuff. And the other thing that the Newmans did is what I call the Newman Shuffle, or actually Haley Sperry, she calls it the Newman Shuffle, because they're the ones who came up, or at least popularized it, where you're stacking and you don't know who's going to be where, because they're standing there, and what happens is this means stay, this means go, and so you don't know who's going to go where until it happens. So innovative players. I love what they've done with evolving their game. And both their paddles are also pretty cool. Selkirk makes a lot of great stuff. Definitely Pickleball, Librarian approved.